Ladies and gentlemen, you...
May I have your attention, please? Will the Real Sam Prentice please stand up? I repeat, will the Real Sam Prentice please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. This is Sam Prentice back once again with another droid building exponential, fantastic show as per bloody usual. We are building the EggBot from the Michael Baddeley droid series at the moment. So let's crack on and bring the people in that mean the most to us. Jerry, Tripod, and Tim. How are you guys doing? There we are. Look, there they are. There they all are. Look.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Wow. So, what's going down?
Just busy building, printing away, working on
this is definitely the most parts and complex droid we've gone so far, and that's the whole idea of this, right, Sam? Is to start out with the basics and move our way up.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't an easy one, and as you see here, I've now started amassing a collection of easy droids because they're easy and you can do them very, very quickly. Whereas, you know, the other side of it here is this particular droid is a little bit more complicated. There are a few more parts. There are some materials here that perhaps some people may have not used before, like TPU, possibly PETG. There's bearings that are going to be going into various bits and pieces as well in order to make parts move and work. And you know, ultimately, this is a different build. You know, this is like building a tank versus building a remote control car. It's very, very different indeed. But I know that you guys have already started printing. So what have you got done so far?
Tripod.
Okay, so I started with my drivetrain, the gears first. So I'm doing mine polycarbonate carbon fiber. So this took for all the gears took 4.5 days. So now I'm working out. Yeah. So because it's slow to do them, but you know I wanted the parts for the.
What's your layer?
Oh, it's fine. It's 0.12. So, okay. I know. Jerry's gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. I just want to ask you on camera.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone always, you know, it's so hard for me to do, you know, layer heights that are higher than that, but the rest of it is 0.16 or higher. So, but I just wanted to make sure that my drivetrain was going to last and it's going to be durable. So that, and now I got the Ender 5 Plus rolling with a whole sheet of parts, and then I'm going to get another machine going shortly. But I know if I go to Jerry, he's gonna put me to shame.
Well,
like he always does.
I got a little video I can show, but on the TPU, I bought the Yo-Yu, I think it's called. It's Yo-Yi. I'll show you here in a minute, but I test printed 5 tracks, and they came out perfect on my Hypercube. So then I loaded the bed up, and they got about halfway done a couple days ago. I got up late at night before I went to bed. I wanted to check them, and I had a big blob. I had a mess everywhere. It was just black goo. My hot end was like this. So I spent about an hour cleaning it up, and I restarted the print. I went and got some nanopolymer that I have here, and I put that on my flex sheet, on my PEI, and they printed perfect, and I got those all done. But I still had 5 failures, so then I reprinted those, the last 5 on FL Sun, and I got that done. But I got a little video here I can show you guys. Oh, also, everybody that's watching, let me share this real quick. If you're in the USA, here's a link right here to a Google Doc. If you're in the USA, at the end of our live stream, ZYLTECH is donating 3 rolls of filament. So we'll have a drawing, and one person each can win it. You can go to ZYLTECH's website, pick out the color of PLA you want, message me, and I will get a hold of them, and they'll get it shipped out to you right away. So everybody, please go fill out the Google Doc. But I'm sorry, it's USA only. And 1 winner per spool. But let me show you this video here. Here we go. Here's a little clip I can show you.
I thought we might have seen you dancing in the background in a mankini or something. Then I thought it was gonna. I didn't know where this was going to go. I was like, guys.
Yeah. Mr. Baddeley hasn't released the dome yet, and the lights that go on the dome. So once he releases those, I'll start printing them. I've got a lot of parts ordered off Amazon, and I've got stuff coming today, Sunday, Monday.
Sorry. You haven't got the dome.
No, he hasn't released the dome yet, or the eye sockets and stuff like that.
I think he did another release yesterday or the day before.
It's definitely there.
So double check. So what Nightbot is going to be doing is every 2 minutes or something, throwing it into the chat of the Patreon for you. So
nice.
Yeah.
So what I'll do quickly then is just before we jump onto Tim, I'll just share this screen and just basically show what we're making here and what this is really all about. So this is the concept design, which is a sort of track-driven BB-8 style hybrid robot, and there's a few little aerials on it. The tracks here are TPU, and you can use kind of any type of TPU. What I tend to like is if it sticks to the floor a bit more. With an 85, you'll probably find that that's a little bit better. The biggest part on this is obviously the body, and you're going to need something that's at least a 300 beds in order to print that. You can fit this just about on a 250, and all these little parts here, mainly these parts are all TPU. You've got a motor, which is a 12-volt motor just inside of that. And again, you can see here there's 2 rods that run through the body. Now, if you do join the Michael Baddeley's Patreon group, you can get access to all the Fusion files and the step files as well. So if you wanted to modify this, or if you wanted a different type of dome, then you can go ahead and mess around with that. And the good thing about this as well, there are clear instructions on how to assemble this thing, but you can also knock this little button here, and then that will show you exactly what's all inside. So, these here, there's 60 of these tracks that need to be printed. I'm getting some echo on this, guys. The tracks take about an hour each to print. The dome is around about a day. I think this is a day and a half, depending on what your print settings are. And like I say, there's a few little extras there you're going to need, like these 2 motors. You're going to need a speed controller, which we'll go through as well. And, generally just a very reasonably cheap RC setup. But as you can see, what Jerry was alluding to is these parts like the eyes and the greeblies, and I believe also this is gonna have lights and stuff inside of it as well. So that's what this is almost like an Audi badge.
Yeah,
that's bizarre. But, so this is so I've got this bit on the print bed at the moment. I've got this bit on the print bed, and I've got 1 set of tracks. The shoulders are done, the skirt is done. A few of these little greavely bits are done as well, and I've got some of this done as well. And like I say, it's running along quite nicely at the moment. But yeah, like I say, if you wanted to see what goes into this and how this is made, it's quite interesting on exploding stuff on Fusion.
Again, Colorado, it's definitely good enough. I'm printing out whole sheets on there of parts. So I'm gonna be doing a TPU on there, but I have a direct drive on mine. So but you should be able to print the TPU on anything. It's just gotta go slower if you got Bowden.
Yeah, and Rising Phoenix Bronco. Yeah, you're quite right about the bomb sheet. Yeah, you're right. They were the 6-volt motors, not the 12-volt. They're supposed to be the 12-volt motors, and they're the ones that you also had in Dio. If you know about Dio already and you've used those kind of motors before, he's running at about 11 volts, but they're 12-volt Pololu motors that run reasonably quickly. And Tim, where are you at?
I have, I'm not nearly as far as Jerry. I'm printing some parts as we speak on my CR6 SE. It's been my most reliable printer this week. Yes, John, you see that? It's working.
Wait, where's mine? Hold on. Hold on. Where's mine?
I've got some track parts here, and I woke up this morning, and this is welcome to 3D printing, right? I woke up to this on my Prusa this morning.
Yeah.
This was going to be some more track parts. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do what you guys... Yeah, I think I'm going to do what you guys, a couple of you guys have done, and maybe run these one at a time.
Yeah, I mean the advice that I do is one at a time. And again, the tracks that I've built here. I don't know if you can highlight me just for a second there, Jerry. Let me whack this onto here. The track drives that I've got here, as you'll be able to see, you know, the tracks are pretty perfect. You know, if you start getting blobbing and kind of issues with it, then it's just not going to turn. But the motors and stuff are already mounted inside of this. I can't find the power supply. I had a power supply. I was doing some Instagram videos earlier, and you know, this is a track that's actually running. And then, of course, the component parts inside of that are basically these parts. And then inside of that, you then have a little grip that goes inside here, and that runs and turns the front motor.
Okay.
So the rear, it's interesting because he's got obviously two sides that you could mount the motor on, and you could adjust that to left to right however you want. And then, of course, the bearing for what we call a lazy Susan is where you mount the dome on top, and that turns the dome left and right. He's actually created his own gearing system here that's going to mount to the top of the frame. So, you know, it works quite well. And again, there's the shoulders, and that's a piece of track that I'm working on at the moment. And you can see that the little hinge pins are just inside here. So I've used a brass pin on these. These are 50mm by 2mm, I think they are. And you know, again, so far it feels really good, and it's a flexible filament. These are at a 95, by the way. They're not an 85. Yeah. So, but these pins here as well. These are the little pins, and it's very easy. What I'll show you very quickly while I'm here. This will probably all go horribly wrong, but let's just have a quick look. So all you need to do is literally just line this up, pop the pin. Let's try and get a little bit closer to the camera. There we go. So pop the pin into the top, literally just fire it through, give it a little knock, and that then penetrates straight into the track then. And there we go. We're good. So another one on. Again, 30 of these, so it's 60 hours, basically 60 hours worth of printing. Yeah. And you just got to watch out for any kind of nasty blobs. And if you do get any blobs on it, you can always cut those off as well. So
yeah, I took a propane torch out of the garage, and I lined up all my tracks, had little hairs here and there, and I ran it across them real quick, and that fixed them, made them pretty.
So, Sam, did you print your own balls? Is that what I see?
No, they are. Those balls are actually out of a Dio, the Dio prop that I've got, the round droid.
So yeah, you guys could use regular ball bearings.
I order my balls off Amazon, but I don't know where to get the rods at. I still need to get 2 rods.
It's hard to get the.
Balls, this is the problem with the balls and the rods. You know, rodding balls are very, very difficult to get hold of. No, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's 6mm bar, isn't it? It's a bit of 6mm bar. You could probably go down to the scrapyard and find some of that bar, or an old printer. It'd probably be a couple in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon or Lowe's. Lowe's might have it.
I found some on Amazon in Canada. So
yeah,
but they're coming from China. So
here's
another picture I can show you guys. Here's my box of parts and stuff I got right here.
Nice.
So there's that one piece, and I got all the parts are there, and then I've got the 2 here in my hand. So I got cut off. And then I got this.
Yeah, no supports for any of this. So
and my tracks, I printed all my tracks 3, 3, and 3, and 15% infill is what I did on that. 3 top, bottom, and outside perimeters.
Okay. Well, as I say, on the sorry guys, let me just share this screen again. Hang on a moment. See if I can find the application that I'm looking for. Where are we? Here. There we go. Right. Okay, so let's enlarge this ever so slightly if we can. At the top, there we go. Is that working? A little bit, isn't it? Okay, right. So it is now highlighted here that this was a 6-volt motor. It's now the 12-volt motor. That's the one you're going to want, the 12-volt motor. You can order them directly from the manufacturer. They do come quite quickly. And again, my suggestion would be to print all the parts out and then probably start ordering the accessories, unless you feel confident in exactly what you're buying. Here, you know, this little 6-volt hobby motor is the one that they're talking about for moving the Lazy Susan drive. But if you've got a 12 volt power supply in here, you're going to have some sort of stepper to to allow that to sort of scale that down by 50%.
I don't have that PDF. That's a different PDF than what I have. That has all the other things that I don't have.
Yeah, it just came out today, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and again, here's the drives that you can see, and there's these little elements that go on the side of it. This drive mechanism is actually pretty cool. And I was playing around with it earlier, and I've used a couple of different ones from different providers before, and actually this works really, really well. You know, I can't fault that system that he's got. It's very simple, but it works incredibly well. And there's a good guide here on exactly how this is all going together. And of course, that's what the plan is. And you can test it when it's at this speed. And the way that these tracks are made, and the fact that he's used TPU on it, the motion on it, it's not like a juddery noise or anything. It's quite quiet when it goes along. Now, they do a full skirt as well, or a part skirt. I obviously had the early files, as most of us did, and I've started printing. I printed this one, unfortunately. But again, the rods go through here, so it's just the back end that there's, you know, you're going to have to worry about. And again, there's 6mm bar here, 365 millimeters. You'll be able to find this at like a hardware store. It could be threaded rods, or it could be, you know, straight steel. However you want to do it.
Okay.
The body's pretty self-explanatory as well. And you pop it all together. And this is what we're talking about, the Lazy Susans. The balls go inside of this. That then sits on top. And obviously
the metal, the plastic over the metal, so they don't wear down the plastic. They use plastic with a little bit of lube.
Sorry?
Michael suggested buying the plastic instead of the steel ball bearings because they won't wear down the plastic as fast. And he said you might need to put a little bit of white lithium grease on them just to give it a little more friction. I mean,
that's absolutely, yeah, I mean, that's absolutely correct. But the ball bearings, though, are much, much cheaper by quite a while. And again, I just had some. I'm going to do a mix on mine. I think I've got some steel ones and I've got some plastic ones as well. Obviously, there's a weight element to that as well. But because the body of the 3D print is actually quite low down, you're not going to get any tipping over or anything like that. So, you know, and again, there's a few sort of things about self-tapping, where the magnets are going to go, and obviously we'll step onto that at a later time. But the dome is one of Michael's original BB-8 designs, which is a modified BB-8 style dome. It's not that similar. It's reasonably similar to the film one, but it's got different greeblies on it and stuff. And he's using Neopixels on some of these lights as well. So that's going to be interesting because I've not done too much work with those. And the usual thank you page. So
yeah.
That's the idea. This isn't going to be a 3 series project.
No,
I think it's going to be more than that.
I mean, it's also sourcing parts because, yeah, we have our own private chat going, and sourcing parts is going to be, you know, not the easiest either. So, and
well,
you know,
Mr. Baddeley sent me a link to a company where I can buy the motors. They sell robotic stuff, and I went ahead and I ordered them. And then I clicked about, and it's like, where are they located? They're in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's like, wow, they're across town from me.
Oh wow!
To wait till Monday to get them, but that was cool. The motors are right here in town.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be quite an interesting, you know, way. I've tried to find some really, really cheap motors, cheap RC setups as well, and I bought a 4-channel, but it doesn't drive. You can't mix the channels, unfortunately. So I'm looking at a Bluetooth option at the moment, not for this one, but certainly for the smaller droids. I think that would probably work a little bit better. But you know, you're going to be buying 2 electronic speed controllers, probably out of China. I've ordered a couple already that will work on this, which are around about 10 amp. You won't need 10 amp, but it will work efficiently with that kind of setup.
How big is the Ender 5 bed? Because I printed up all the part, most of them on my CR10.
the Ender 5 is what 240? No, 2. It's a little bit bigger than the Ender 3.
They should fit fine. Yeah, they should print for
Was
most.
it 250 bed? 250 by 250 by 300? I don't know. It's something like that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah,
220. Oh, it's really, it's a 220.
Yeah.
cut parts, Dominic. Go ahead and cut parts. But you shouldn't. I don't know that you're going to have to.
Yeah, I struggled with some of with the Ender 3 and the Creality CR6 and also the BQBX. Those beds are a little bit too small. So that's why we've got the CR10 whirring away in the background in order to do the body. But again, the plus is out of action at the moment because I've stripped out the hot end and stuff. But yeah, like I say, and then the Anycubic Mega X is doing the dome at the moment in its own weird and wonderful way. But yeah, like I say, the parts will be done this week categorically, and then it's going to be guiding everybody else through the process.
Okay, was it under 6? I was thinking.
I wanted to mention that lighting went away, and you look good right now.
Oh, you too.
He had all that light beam before the screen guys. He had the sun.
Well, there's that light, the window.
Yeah,
That light. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I moved a
It
piece
was
of
bouncing
plywood
off his cheek, and you couldn't see him. It looked like the invisible man.
Hey, it was a surreal experience. Okay,
Yeah,
Jerry could not appreciate the glow that I had. Okay,
Yeah.
It was just like if I would have taken off my hat, it was just. I mean, it'd be like is tripod going to the light.
Hello, everybody in chat that's watching on multiple channels. Please like and subscribe, and everybody here would really appreciate it. You're all awesome.
Yep.
And if it wasn't for everybody out there watching us right now, we wouldn't be doing this. Well, we still would. We just wouldn't be talking about it. So anyway,
Yeah, so
awesome to have you all here.
so I'm gonna be running the Ender 5 Plus, doing all the main prints, and I'm gonna put the Genius on TPU Patrol. So it'll be doing all the tracks for the direct drive. So it did a good job when I was doing the review on TPU. So, and what's your settings been, Sam, for the TPU infill and?
So the infill's been 15%, and I've just used 3 outer walls and
Same
print
here.
slower. That's the deal, you know. It's
I've been using.
although it's funny though, because I have had some really, really good prints, and then I've had some really shocking ones that look just horrendous. But again, they are, some of them are usable. Let's see if I can get a bit of a close up on this. Some of them could be usable, but like that for me is a failed print because there is, on this little notch here, it's not quite good enough. To be fair though, it will probably work, but I want it to be right, and I don't want to be. Oh, why does it keep getting stuck, or why does it keep knocking around? I want it to be. If it's going to print it, you print it. You should print it right first time. What Michael does with his Prusa's is he prints the individual tracks one at a time. So there's a setting on QRM, probably Prusa Slicer as well, I'd imagine, where you can just print one thing at a time, and that might help you guys with if you've got level beds and stuff and you want to print one at a time. As long as you space the hot end evenly apart, you can just do a run through the night and get 12 done in a night or whatever.
Yeah. And like I said, I put a nanopolymer on my PEI, on my Flex plate, on my Hypercube, and I printed all but 5 all at once. And for some reason, the back row screwed up on me. So the rest of them came out good. And then the first time I didn't have nanopolymer on, they got about halfway done. The nozzle hit something, and then I had a big giant blob. But I was finally able to get them done. Nanopolymer is great stuff.
Yeah, and I've been running these parts, which are the ones that are driving the tracks.
Yeah.
And I believe Sam had mentioned at least PET G on them because they're under a little bit of force.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been running these with my PCTG material, which is a little stronger. So, yeah, but definitely I wouldn't run these in PLA because they're what drive the track, right? So
Yeah, I put mine 15% infill PLA, but if it screws up, I'll reprint them.
right, okay.
Yeah, I mean they will last, but you got to remember the chamber. So that where it's going to get hot is it's going to get hot in the middle here. Okay, so and it doesn't quite touch, and you've got a bit of air movement in here, but it will get warm, and you'll find that this will start to fail, and the tracks will probably become, a little bit less tolerant. You might get some more slop than you need in there. Okay. But you'll get a little bit of heat through this, but to be honest, I think it'll be relatively cool. So you may get away with it, but again, when I've done it before, and to be honest, I've stopped now printing in PLA altogether. Very few things are printed now in PLA that I use. I've gone straight over to PETG just because it works better. And yeah, once you've got it all dialed in, that's all good. And I'm working on another project that I'm hoping to put in at TCT in Birmingham, which is the 3D printing show in September. And that's going to be printed. Some of the parts are going to be printed in ASA, which is a heat and flame retardant polymer. So that's going to be used on the gearing elements So me and Mike are doing a sort of super secret project that's probably not going to be that super secret because you'll see what I'm doing and stuff. But yeah, we thought we'd unveil it at TCT in September with 3D Filament and the other sponsor that I'm working with at the moment. So that's going to be quite cool.
Actually, PLA Plus that I'm using from GST 3D. I tried printing with it. I know Daniel from Maker Sub is watching right now, and I was having some layer adhesion, and so I had some under extrusion on 2 of my printers. So I replaced both my brass nozzles. Then I had no trouble whatsoever. But it's been printing really nice. It came out really nice. And that's that stuff from the company. There's 3 warehouses around the world. They had a special recently, 10 rolls for $100, free shipping, and I couldn't pass it up, so I bought 10 rolls. Couldn't beat it for $100, and all my parts came out perfect. But I did have under extrusion issues until I changed my nozzles.
Yeah, so mine is the polycarbonate carbon fiber. Just for the drivetrain, I'm using the PETG for around it, and the rest will be. I you know what? So far, I'm liking how PETG is laying down on the Ender 5 Plus, so I may just use that, just at least use up that whole roll that I bought. So we'll see. But I got a lot of printed solid filament, and I'm gonna be using. So it lays down great. So
yeah, so there's lots of questions coming in about materials and what about metal PLA, what about this and that. The problem that you're always going to have is whatever the base material is, regardless of what they've mixed into it, you're always going to have certain issues with heat and, you know, and it's that motor that's going to cause you the issues. And also, you know, with PETG, you kind of, it's a sort of safe, relatively easy route to take, I think. Yeah, you get some stringing and stuff, but by the time you put a bit of fire around it, you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here is printing with ABS because it does shrink, and you have a problem with fitting parts when you use ABS. So
yeah, I have an enclosure. I do own ABS, but I haven't tried. I'd go to PETG before I'd go to ABS at the moment.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm excited for this build so far of all of them because its resemblance and the size is we're getting to almost full size shortly. So, but this is definitely the most complicated build we've done. You see all the parts, and you know we're going to definitely have our failures along the way with printing. So,
you know what? If you think this is complicated, I'd love to do Dio next, and that is, you know, that you got a gyro in that thing, and yeah, that's all good. So you're going to play the Baddeley's little track droid. This is what we're doing
here, but here's where it's actually running. Can you hear the sound with that?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just getting some latency, so it's fine though.
Very cool, very cool.
I think he's getting rid of the gold. I think he's going to change the gold out for silver because he doesn't like the way that operates. But you'll see as well, guys, that the track system is very, very, very similar to Tidu.
Very quick.
And if you look at the side of it, it's pretty much the same kind of details he's used on that he has on the other droids.
I'm excited for this one to come all together. This one's great. I like the extra challenge, the bigger motors.
Yeah.
You know.
And I definitely want to put lights in it. And if I can, I'll mount a camera. Tripod, how did that camera work out with Tito? Was you happy with it?
Put it to any good use?
Have you been arrested yet?
You know, strangely enough, they will not let me in airports anymore with it. I don't know why. And restaurants. No, I mean, so the video quality on this one is not the best, as you saw. Nice. But it does work. When you go to a camera this size, you're not going to get what you get from even if you have a Wise Cam. A lot of people here may have that. I have them in my house. Video quality is not the best. You're not going to get the same. It says, oh, it has a Sony lens and it has all this, blah, 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 blah. No, it's going to be garbage. Okay, you're going to get spy type camera footage like I showed you the last time. It was jittery. I mean, the head movement on this is very fast. It looks like the EggBot is a lot smoother. But maybe I'll modify the dome for that. But the problem is it doesn't tilt up. So we may have to do a little modification with the servo for it to pan upward.
I'm really surprised that Ben Brady in chat is buying Filament because like a year or so ago, he bought some 2.85, which is uncommon, really big, but he got like 200 or 300 rolls of it really cheap. And I'm surprised, Ben, that you would ever be buying regular Filament again.
Was he running a Luzbot or something? Or
I don't know. He got such a great deal. I don't know if somebody died or what, but he got a great deal on a ton of 285 or 275, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Wow.
Tripod used to have, the reason he lost his leg is because he used to have mirrors on his shoes. That's what I heard.
Oh, nice. So, yeah. No, it's, when I put it in there, I was like, more for authentic type of thing, right? Because you think of a droid, it has a lens, it's got iris and stuff, right? Something in there. And I thought that even mounting it, it was this camera was about $40.
That's crazy. 86 cents a spool for 300 rolls.
Wow. Wow.
That's a lot of filament.
Hey, it may have one. The thing is I don't even know how to use that.
So, John, here's a challenge: a 360-degree camera on this droid, since his head only turns.
Well, is there is there limitations on how far that head could spin?
Or will the head spin fully?
Yeah. So it'll be, so basically what you do is they use a slip ring. So for the R2D2s that we build, not these ones, the full size ones, we use a slip ring, and that sends power up into the dome. So that's how all the lights are operated via the original battery. So we use, like in a car, that your steering wheel, you can just keep turning that. There's a slip ring in that, and that's what allows the power to travel up.
Okay. So you don't have to worry about having the wires go up the middle like this, and they eventually get knotted up and tangled up.
That's right.
In one direction for about 10 minutes. Okay.
That's
guys,
right.
I can't dance. I can't be on TikTok. As a one-legged guy, I sway. I don't dance.
Yeah, I heard it was OnlyFans. I don't know if you've got OnlyFans in the US. I'm sure you have. So check him out, Tripod's Garage.
Oh my gosh.
There's a Google Doc I just posted out on all the channels. ZYLTECH donated 3 rolls of their filament to me today, and I'll be giving away 1 roll per person, 3 rolls into our stream. USA only, unfortunately, but please fill out the Google Doc. If you're in the US, please fill that out, and you'll have a chance to win here in a little bit.
Yeah, that slip ring is a great idea for anything that's mounted that you want to send power up on a rotating part. So did you see what I sent you, Makers Hub? Because he said it was my choice. So, let's see here. Steering wheel, clock spring design. Yeah, that clock spring is a pain if you don't do it right. And removing the steering wheel.
Well, it depends on the manufacturer. I mean, like I say, that's where the bigger trucks certainly use slip rings because we get them in at work all the time. So it's half a dozen of something else, and it's pretty much the same sort of situation. But ultimately, what you can do. What's up there? It's hilarious. Yeah.
Keep the questions coming. Yeah, I'm going to probably order this. In my opinion, I've printed with its filament. I've done a bunch of parts with it, and other than my initial problem having some under extrusion, once I change my nozzles, it's been printing fine. So when I get some extra money, I'll order 10 more rolls because I can't beat it. $100 free shipping if they still have the special on. But then if they don't, then I'll go to Printed Solid or ZYLTECH or something. So.
Yeah, you guys are quite lucky because you seem to have quite a mass of filament providers out there.
This is America. Everything is in America.
Yes, it is.
Well, a year ago,
but still produced in China.
Yes.
Well, a year ago, you can find filament here.
Everything
Really?
America,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be in this hobby if they made all these printers in America and the wage that everybody makes over here in America, most people make. We wouldn't be able to afford our hobby.
Well, I was contacted. We'd take a step out of this just for a minute, but still talking about 3D printing. I was contacted by a company called Clay, and they are making a Kickstarter project, which is a 3D printer, a Core XY 3D printer. It's quite small, but it looks quite good. But I don't know if I can go through another Kickstarting campaign with another company. But they are sending them out of the US, which I thought was quite interesting, rather than having them made in China. So, sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm interested. You know, these Kickstarters, as long as they're not using it for advertising, like two companies we know, I think it's a great platform.
There we go. We finally got the comment up there. Me and Tripod were both clicking on and off different comments.
Yeah.
Listen, we all drop in these multi-streams. DeWitt Tim is sponsoring this, basically. He pays an arm and a leg to allow us to be in 1080p, and he can stream up to like 8 channels at once.
Hey,
and
I'm on the layaway plan, okay? I cannot afford that many more parts to you, Tim, okay? I do expect that leg back. I have paid in full, okay?
Yeah.
So if anyone wonders where that leg went,
Guilty.
Yes. Yes.
You really ought to do a Terminator leg. Even if you don't wear it, make it big enough that you could, if you wanted to, at a PETG or carbon fiber or something. That would be so awesome. And then you could just take photos with it once in a while. Put it on for photos.
Hilarious.
Print a pogo stick leg. That'd be cool.
yeah, well, that Sunloop Kickstarter? Oh, the one that, oh, look at that. Yeah, it's still in there. It's like, I didn't bother. I was like, oh, you know what? I'll do an unboxing and a video of it. Well, that's my video.
So, yeah, I have that. I use it once in a while. Yeah, that's a shame what happened with that. Everybody was, and they were selling them on Amazon before their backers were getting them.
Oh, yeah, and the same price.
Yeah.
So Sam is the only one doing nothing. What's that in regards to giveaways?
Oh no, Sam gives giveaways. You just
Sam is giving away lots. He's giving away printers. He's,
Well, it's funny you should say that, because I'm now working with another company along with 3D Filament, and we are going to be giving away. You see, the negotiation terms that I've got out is worldwide, not just the United States, not just England. It's worldwide, Japan, China, anywhere. So yeah, that's going to be coming in the next episode. Just got to dot the I's and cross the T's and stuff, and we're there. And they're giving me allow me to give away 4 rolls of filament a month, and straight to your house. No hassle. So that's really, really cool. And they're sponsoring 2 major projects that I'm going to be coming up with. One is with Michael Baddeley, and another one is going to be another massive full-size printing droid. And then, of course, on top of that, 3D Filament are also doing stuff with the huge rolls that I've been gifted by those guys as well. So
those are crazy big. Have you worked out anything on a roller system to get it to turn easily?
Man, it's really difficult, because the more we talk about it, Marcel and James were saying about splitting the E motor, so you could have a motor that basically turns it. But the problem is, a lot of the stuff that I use, certainly when I'm printing big, is all direct drive. So you have that filament being pulled around, and I don't have it coming in through the side. It comes in through the top. So yeah, I'm going to have to really have a good think about how I'm going to do it. I sort of like the idea of maybe having a droid sort of holding it up, struggling holding it up.
Did you say idea or idea?
Sorry?
Idea? Did you say idea?
Did I say idea?
Idea. Never mind.
Ear. Okay.
Never mind. Idea. Never mind. Never mind.
You're right, Jerry. You having a moment? Biggest problem with
we all get our moments.
Live chat across. Well, it's the same live chat. It just depends where you don't tune into all 4. You can just choose the one. We're all in it together.
And I just reposted a link to Mr. Baddeley. If you want to join his Patreon, we're on the $5 tier. So if you join for at least the $5 tier, anybody out there can start building like we're building. And if you're not working on this droid, you can go back to the first droid, the second droid, the third droid. Well, we're on the third one, but yeah, Sam's got them all right there. You can print different tops for them, make multiples, give them out as presents. I mean, there's so much you can do with them.
Yeah, I was
so we're doing a thing called the Egg Cup droid at the moment. So this is just like a little giveaway thing that we're doing for charity. The STL's $1 or £1. That's over on droidbuilders.uk. And I thought I'd go a little bit crazy and print a really big one for an Easter egg. So
nice.
There's a Droid Builder race. I think we're giving it away for the Droid Builder race, or the best dressed. We're doing a competition with this anyway. So that's live tomorrow at 12 o'clock UK time. I don't know what's going to be your time, because you have times all over the place. It's just crazy. Can't keep up with you.
Yeah, to go with what you were saying, Sam, I was trying to work with a company with the live stream. They had no clue how giveaways were processed or done. So I said, I try explaining it. I'm like, just rewatch a video of someone doing it.
Yeah.
It's either you do it through like a Nightbot, you could do it through the Wheel of Shame, you could do it through, whatever, and it sometimes there's definitely with some of these dealing with other countries, there's a language barrier that is really hard to cross. So sometimes it's best to refer to a video, say, this is how we do it.
Yep.
Because
so Matt German's asking how long the show is tonight, because he's going to come in at the end and see if he's won, because he's on the other Chinese channels. I can guarantee you that.
Giveaway link is closing in 5 minutes. So anybody watching, it's in the USA, please fill out the giveaway, and we're going to draw for ZYLTECH Filament.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you can enter. Yeah, I'm sure you must be able to enter. Maybe just put loads of names in there.
Yeah.
Blue screen of last minute.
Hey, I owe all these guys for demonetizing them all last
There's
week.
currently 22 people entered the giveaway from the US.
Yeah, that was quite funny. I had to apologise to Tim for my outburst, and it was only for a laugh. I was only messing about.
No.
But it wasn't. It was funny because when it had processed, it took over overnight to process, and it processed in the morning. And I was like, oh God, and then I just edited the first bit out. It doesn't. It honestly doesn't matter. But Disney want to take their little piece of flesh there.
You know what? I just left it on. I didn't care. So I just said, it's there. That's it.
You guys will be able to get your revenge eventually.
For the layaway.
Rising Phoenix, $10.
I'm telling you, it gets to the tripod shaming event, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
And the thing is I was talking with Jerry off stream yesterday about it. I'm like, I have no problems with what happens to me on these streams. I think it's funny. So, oh man, well, thank you, Rising Phoenix. That's awesome. So,
what was I going to say? Red Light, have you entered the giveaway? Red Light, I know you live in the U.S. We're giving away I'm giving away 3 rolls of ZYLTECH Filament here in a few minutes.
Yep. So if you've got any questions, everyone's got any questions on this latest build or one of the previous builds, we're quite happy to answer them. And
this is typically when we share the link out. It's the last 15 minutes.
Yep. For
people to join in. Get some limited screen time to any of the builders out there, or just shoot the.
You want to share that now?
Yeah, I can share it out.
Go for it.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people working on what we're working on our prior builds, and they would love to hop in. So,
link has been shared.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so 11 hours until my next live stream.
And 3 and 24 hours.
Yeah, well, maybe 4. I've got so many printers that I need to do unboxing with. Well, I said I would just do, but oh, hi Marcel. Where are you tonight? Is he on Pirates Island tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My email is in my it's posted in the description right below the giveaway link. I've got my email right there, Red Light. jenap1@yahoo.com. It's right down there.
Ooh. No dick pics.
Already, I'm closing the responses. We've got 24 people entered.
Yeah, there's 48 total people watching.
And let me go through and grab all the YouTube names.
Yeah, I can. So can I tell you about the last smoking printer? Yes, I can. It was the Anycubic Mega X. I contacted their support team. I did a short video earlier. It was about 48 minutes or so of me just swapping out the motherboard. I plugged it all in, and it worked. But I did have an issue with the X-axis, so I had to swap the driver out, and it's currently printing at the moment, which is doing all right. So yeah, it's okay. And I've also got the Anycubic Mega S. And did you see Natalie over at Anycubic? She posted a 3D printed penis. Did you see that? And my comment to it was, "This is almost Anycubic," which she thought was really funny, but nobody else laughed. I was like,
"Oh, that's awesome!
What a shame!"
Pull the wheel like 7 or 8 times, and if anybody wants to freeze this or pause it, you can go back and see. I've got everybody's names in here. 24 people I've entered. Here, let me shuffle it 2 more times. And remember, you have to be in the USA only to win. So if you're in chat, you got to be present to win. So when I spin this, if you're
I'm pretty sure Matt German is in the UK, is he not?
Yeah, yes, he is. So, but here we go with the first one. See what we got.
Tim, did you just donate to your own stream?
I can't donate to my stream.
Justin T is the winner. Yes,
What?
Justin T.
Oh, the one that called us a bunch of nerds?
No,
Yeah.
really.
Oh,
Justin.
wait a minute. Oh,
Yeah, just perforate. Just make sure you perforate the packaging so he gets it all moisture ridden.
Justin, head over to ZYLTECH.com, pick out a color PLA, let me know. My email is in the description.
Oh, but is Justin still in the chat?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's got to be in the chat. Justin, are you still here?
Oh.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Can we tag him?
Justin,
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said he won.
Yeah, come on. I mean, that if you're doing, that's why I like running Nightbot. If you leave,
Okay,
you're not in.
Yeah. Right
So,
Tag.
I've got a dehydrator. Well,
Okay,
yeah, I do too. Mine works. My dehydrator works great.
Are we
Thank
ready?
you, Sun Lu.
Okay, here we go. The second roll of ZYLTECH PLA is USA only, and you must be present to win. Here we go.
Well done. This is what this stream's all about: the winners and the nerds. Oh, and the droid building.
Red light.
Oh, red
Are
light.
you here? Are you
Red
still
light.
Red light? Awesome. Are you still here, Red light?
I love
Red
that people
light,
keep
say
asking
something.
for your email.
Yeah, before I even spun him.
This is what's good is about not saying that we're doing giveaways because the regulars here that join every week get a chance to win.
Yeah.
Right.
Red light. Yes, he's here. Okay, I got red light.
Awesome.
Awesome. He'll
And the
pop up here in a
abuse.
second. Cool.
And the abuse, indeed. That's what we love. Hello, 3D Medic. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marcel.
Head over to ZYLTECH.com, red light, check out a roll of PLA.
Well,
pick a
it's
color.
about who we could get to sponsor it.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks.
Yeah. Well, ZYLTECH is in the U.S. They only ship to the U.S., unfortunately. Okay, here we go. We're doing multiple shuffles. I'll scroll down. Everybody can see that you're still here. And here we go for the last roll.
Hey, Jerry, what's that on your favorites? No, just kidding.
I check all that stuff before I post it. It's like, yeah. Off-Road Access 3D, Marcel.
Uh-oh.
What guilty pleasure.
Marcel, are you still here?
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Mom in chat.
Here, just for that, I'm gonna scroll up in the chat and where is he?
I know he was just here, but is he still here?
There,
Marcel,
I'll just put that. That's further up in the chat. So.
All righty, Marcel, are you still here? Marcel's in Canada, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
So
about that. Okay. We're respinning. Marcel's in Canada. Here we go.
I'll
I don't
send
know
him
why I
a
didn't
piece of
realize that.
filament.
I'm dense sometimes.
That's a slow spin, man.
Sweet
Whoa, that was close.
It's
Sweet
a fake.
52. Are you here and in the USA?
I haven't even seen Sweet Bee in the chat.
No.
Sweet Bee 52, are you here and are you in the USA?
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but we do a pretty well interaction with our
Hey, Sweet
chat.
Bee
There
is
we go.
here.
All right.
And she
Yeah,
said,
there
"Yes,
we go.
in the U.S." All right, Sweet Bee, in the description right below this Google Doc, if you look down there, is my email address. Go to ZYLTECH.com. They're out of Texas. Pick a roll of PLA, the color you like. Email me with your address, and we'll get it sent right out to you. Today is what, Friday? Yeah, they'll send it out Monday morning to everybody. And I believe that was 3, right, guys?
Yep.
I think so. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Justin T was the first one. Alrighty.
Sending out the link again.
I wish I could give away more goodies. Oh yeah, I've got almost 2,300 subs. When I get to 2,500, I've got a ton of stuff to give away. So share out my channel. I got more goodies to give away. Lots of stuff.
So yeah, Princess Solid.
Everybody here.
What have you got to give away, Jerry? Tell us everything about what you've got to give away. We want to know everything.
I don't have the list in front of me, but Matt German is donating some lithopanes for the UK. I've got Filament from different companies. What all do I have? I got tons of STO models from different designers. So yeah, lots of stuff.
Cool.
Lots of
They can't find your email, Jerry.
What's that?
They can't find your email.
Jay, here, I'll put it in chat.
Yeah. So Princess Solid did it to me again. They're like, oh, if I hit the 10K mark by end of May, that they'll give away 10 rolls, one to each individual winner. And I'm like,
Nice.
no, it's not going to happen.
No,
So-
by the end of May.
A month or so, about 2 months ago, I messaged Printed Sol and I asked them if they would be interested in giving away some filament when I reached 2,500, and the reply was no, we don't do that. So okay, thank you. So there that went. Not sure.
Well, I've got to say I've had a stroke of luck then with the people that I've been dealing with because it's probably because I'm from the UK.
I've had, it's
It's the accent.
yeah, it's a charming. But when they get Sam on live streams, they're like, "Whoa,
But
what do we sign up for?"
It's either that or they just can't shut me up, and they go, "Just have the filament. Just have the filament. It's fine. It's fine."
Go ahead and throw it out there if you want tripod. Anybody like to join in? The link is in the stream on all channels. If you'd like to drop in with us and talk about your droids build that you're currently working on, we would love to see what you got going on.
And Tripod would like to know about your fetishes as well. If that's the new,
Yeah, I mean, hey, I did date a girl with one arm before. Okay,
Really?
So, yeah, I did.
Okay.
This is 100% true story. Okay,
All right.
so
Did you guys?
so
finish
she was
her?
missing. Yes, she was missing her right arm.
Yeah.
Well, it actually doesn't really. So she was. I said to her, I said, you know what? She's like, what? I said, and she lost. She was missing her arm since birth. Okay, so at that time it was 5 years prior, and I said, you know what? Between the two of us, we could drive a stick shift. And then the next one was I was like, I quickly went around her. She's like, what are you doing? I said, well, don't you want me to hold your hand during the movie? And it's like,
guys.
the personality didn't really fit. So.
No.
All right, hold on. C3DS. I know that everyone's gotten there, so I'll reach out to sales there and get you that shirt. So sorry about the complications.
Hey, what do you got going on?
I got my dome going just a little bit ago. I bought a metal mounting plate for the Hemera for my Ender 5, and unfortunately the EZABL mount doesn't work for it. So I got to tear it all back off and put the printed one back out. So pretty irritating. I'm kind of looking to see if I can find something to adapt. And that's what I put my TPU and my PET-G on. So I got to get it back up and put back together. Yeah.
Well, 3D Makers Hub, technically it's not getting it half off. I'm getting the shoe that I'm wearing, right? If I'm not going to pay, so I'm paying for the shoe I'm wearing. I'm not paying for the shoe, the right shoe that I'm not going to wear. So it's not really half off. I'm just paying for what product I'm using. But yes, I still had to pay for both effing shoes.
But what do you do with the other one?
Back in my
In
20s,
the closet.
back in my 20s, I went skydiving twice. The second time, I snapped my right foot. I got a steel plate and 8 screws in my ankle. And of course, I was on a cast for a long time. I had a big 4-wheel drive at the time, so I'd have to pull myself up in the truck backwards. And because I broke my right foot, I had to learn to drive with my left foot. That was hilarious because you kind of learn the pressures with your left foot when you're not used to driving with it.
Oh,
Well,
I've driven,
tripods.
Yeah.
Tripod, I'll tell you what you're missing. You're missing a really good business venture. And comment below if you think that this is right. You need to start an online business that sells the other shoe. You could call it the other shoe.
Okay, so Sam,
the-
I hate to tell you, when back in my early 20s,
Yep.
that there was someone that started that. It was called the One Shoe Crew.
Oh, I was thinking like Footloose.
So, what's that?
Footloose.
Footloose. Oh no. So yeah. So
why aren't you? So what happened with the company? Did it just not?
Yeah, it's just stopped. So yeah. There's
Did it walk before it could run?
Oh man.
Oh boy. Yeah. Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
people
surely, though,
every teaser gonna be like, I'm never going on tripods.
Yeah, but surely though,
yeah.
there must be a company out there that
Yeah.
specializes in the other shoe.
Hey Dennis, we're gonna drop you and we're gonna bring Jason in. Thank you for coming on, Dennis.
One second. Don't wait a minute, Dennis.
Yeah.
The link you posted, is that for the rod we're using for the EggBot? The link you
Yes,
found?
that's the rod for EggBot. I ordered yesterday and it shipped first thing this morning. So
Okay, here it is on everybody's channel, the link that he posted for eBay. Because I have not ordered the rod yet. I totally forgot about it. I need that.
yeah, I was on a search yesterday for all the parts, and I think I got pretty much everything ordered. So
All right.
All right. Well, thank you there, Dennis.
no problem.
We'll see
Thanks,
you
Dennis.
again, I'm
All
sure.
right, see you guys.
And let's bring in Jason.
Hey, Jason. How you doing?
Hey,
How's it going?
How you going?
pretty good. What's going on with you guys? Other than
Well-
what you just talked about for 45 minutes.
That's about it. That is about it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Nice.
What droid are you working on right now, Jason?
The same one as you. So I've got this
Nice.
little
Oh, nice.
thing going, the little wings. I got the dome's going. The dome I got going on the Ender 6. I haven't quite got it in yet, so it's going at about 100 millimeters a second. But I think it's lying to me. It doesn't look like 100 millimeters a second. But I also threw. I also took off the stock firmware, threw on some a flash of vanilla Marlin. So I'm working through that as well. But this was printed on the dead list. This is PETG, and I printed this at 120 millimeters a second with my first layer going down at 70 millimeter or 60 millimeters a second.
Wow.
That looks great.
With PETG. Yeah. So
That's
you
nice.
can't beat that. That machine just, I'm just, I might buy, I would buy another one if they weren't so expensive. But,
Great comment, Shane. So, is that Ender 6 in the background or Ender 5? It's converted.
let's see that. Which way am I going?
Yeah. Welcome to our confusion.
That's an Ender 6 that I'm modding for a friend of mine. This, whatever,
The one
that
on-
one
yeah,
is mine.
that one.
Yeah, that's
that-
also an Ender 6. That's mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Core XY one, right?
Yeah. Well, technically it's Core YX, which I found
Okay.
out. But same
Right.
thing.
Okay. Yeah. I saw that and I was thinking, do I? I just got the Ender 3 V2 and then I got another Ender 3 Pro coming. And then they teased me with the CR30 and then took it away from me really quickly. And it really sucks because Creality wanted me to do something for their 7th anniversary. So I recorded all this stuff and sent it over to them and did a congratulations on the 7th anniversary. And then she was just like, and we're just going to take that away from you. And I was like, wow, okay. So you're just dropping me because you got someone better, right? And she was like, no, it's not like that. And I was like, yeah, it is. So, yeah, tripod, get that video out.
that or they said the shipping.
Hey, Sam, it's a ticking time bomb. It really is.
Crack an egg on a. Yeah, I mean, like I say, you know, I get it and I understand and stuff, but you know, it's kind of annoying. But they have A, B, and C creators, and it's just an interesting dynamic. The whole thing on how people want to use you if you've got a certain, you know, niche or demographic that you speak within that area. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I really hate that printer. I really hate that CR30. She goes, oh, we'll send you one. I was like, brilliant. And then she's like, now you said that. So yeah, it's been a bit bizarre, but we'll see if one arrives. See what happens.
So now you're a D-list creator with them.
Well, God knows. I don't even know what I was to start with. Probably nothing. But
I've been ever since one of my special videos. I've been on their D list, so it's fine. You know what? If you can't take an honest review, no.
But you know, Tripod. There's another one of the smoke-free edition. Yes, I got. It was no fire extinguisher required.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, you had me worried there, buddy. It's right next to you.
No, I paid the extra $1, got the good one.
Okay, good.
Sam, did we want to talk about a replacement guest or anything, or what we were talking about earlier, or no?
Yeah, so Marcel, I don't quite understand what's happened. Marcel's had to drop off because he's got work at the moment. So, you know, he will be back, I hope. So that's all well and good. So we're looking for somebody else that wants to sort of join in, get involved with the chat, get involved with the banter, and just to, you know, if you're watching this and you're enjoying it and stuff, you know, this is all about the banter and having a bit of a laugh. It's not about bullying. And if I felt like, you know, anyone was you know, taking it too far with Tripod or any of that kind of stuff, you know,
so now you're concerned, Sam?
Well, you know, look, with anything like that, mental health and all that kind of stuff, you know, it is a serious thing. So just to be clear on that, before anyone goes, oh, I'm going to put a thumbs down or whatever, that's, you know, that's your prerogative. But ultimately, we're all good friends here. So
we all get along good. And I just muted him, by the way, when he started talking. I muted his mic for a minute.
Oh, you get. Well, thanks for that. Yeah. So, what did you hear about Marcel?
All thing I've heard is that he has different acting gigs he's been working on. I think it's taken up all his time.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So that's all well and good. So if anybody would want to jump in and, you know, if they're involved with droid building and they're interested in this hobby, then we want to hear from you because, you know, we just want to expand what we're doing here. It's quite a good round number that we had with Marcel in, and Marcel will be back at some point, I'm sure. So if you do want to jump in, let us know. Good stuff. Yeah, he's busy being a pirate. A sexy pirate. That's what I heard.
Hey, you know, I did qualify for that role as the pirate, the real pirate with one leg, but I felt that Marcel could do a better job.
Oh, okay.
He's got better acting experience.
Resident Alien, I think Marcel was the guy in the freezer, but he got, you know, anyway.
So there's this person. You think I have a good sense of humor. There's this other person. His name is Josh Sundquist. Okay. I've had some really good Halloween costumes. Okay. I think I could compete with this guy. I put him in the chat. He lost his leg to cancer just like I did at a young age. He's a lot more physically fit. I'm a fat woman. He's not. So, but yeah, if you think that he has like the same type of twisted sense of humor. So,
well, I won't ask you where your string of black pearls are kept. We keep that off the stream.
Matt, how's the Droid coming along? What are you working on?
Well, I just downloaded the STL file. I'm working on it, waiting. Well, one printer just came clear. Finished one of my prints, and I'm gonna put it later on before I go to bed and start printing it.
The current one we're working on, or one of the prior droids?
Yeah, the current one.
Okay.
Cool. And I do want to talk to you, Matt, at some point on a one-to-one about the ZYLTECH A30M. I'm still having some issues with actually printing with it, so you seem to be cracking on quite nicely with it all at the moment. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions on your settings and stuff to try and refine it a little bit more.
If anybody else wants to pop in, we have room for a couple more people. We're not going to be streaming much longer, but if you want to pop in or come back, you're welcome to do so.
Absolutely. Yes, I mean, I think this droid's going to be quite an interesting one, and I know that Mike's got around about 150 designs in Fusion based off various track systems, and I thought Matt was putting his hand up. Then he's not.
No. That's my life.
So we're looking forward to kind of seeing what he's coming out with next. I don't know if it's going to be strictly Star Wars stuff. I think it's going to be more getting into the STEM robotic side, different kind of ways of motoring things and gearboxes and all that kind of crazy stuff. So it sounds very, very interesting anyway, and bigger droids. So once you guys have got a choice really. After we've done this one, we can look at doing something still small but potentially more technical, or we could look at doing something much larger but with the same kind of level that we're at the moment.
Rising Phoenix, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, Rising was on my stream on Wednesday. He's got some droids behind him.
Oh, wow, yeah, that looks cool. Amazing.
Yeah. Did a couple of the babies. Got a whole box full of parts. I started doing PETG, Sam. I hadn't done it before, and I'm kind of impressed. It definitely feels more solid than the PLA stuff I've been doing. But what I'm got the Ender 5 Plus doing the body base right now, and it fits fine on there. I know there was a question about that, and then I've got the Pro doing the PLA stuff right now. So, and I'm using some Sunloop PTEG, and it laid down really nice. The stuff, I won't say who the white stuff was from. I struggled a little bit with it, getting it to lay down. I don't know if you can see it on here. You get these, edges that just wouldn't adhere. And I was running, I increased the bed temperature, flow rate, tried all kinds of things, and I switched over to this Sunloop Black PETG, and it laid down like no problem. So
again, it's it's an interesting topic about how some of these polymers are mixed, and how cheaper style of PLA or PETG versus a more expensive version of that, and how it's produced and how it's manufactured. I did mishear you. I thought you asked Tripod for some lube, as in some lube. I was like, what did he just say? So
yes,
there you go. There you go. He's got 3-in-1 there. You're all catered for.
No, I don't live in Vegas like Jerry does. I lived there for 9 years, and great place to visit. Would not move back though. So
that's not a show you. That's not a show you want to go to on the Strip.
No.
If you don't have a gambling problem, you got hobbies and you don't drink, so place.
I didn't, but but you saw it around you. You're right. I went and saw Springsteen, Bon Jovi. All the big acts always come there. You see amazing things, and they're there all the time. It's just sad when your next door neighbor is driving his mom back to Oklahoma because she's lost everything because she does have a gambling problem.
Wow.
So it's like I said, if you said, hey, the Scorpions and Def Leppard are in concert next week, you want to go? I'm there.
That'd be an awesome concert,
right?
Yeah. So.
As a matter of fact, I had ALEXA behind me playing that yesterday. I was playing Def Leppard. I can't say her name or she'll start talking. So,
yeah, he has Bruno Mars as his ringtone.
I like Metallica. I like heavy metal. I like Lady Gaga. I like all kinds of music.
So Alexa, play Def Leppard.
Oh no.
Yeah. So no, this has been a lot of fun, and for me, it's going to be the challenge of we start getting into the electronic stuff, Sam, and that's where we're going to need your expertise because I'm printing the Scramble in all black. I want to basically make a dark Scramble. I want him black with silver highlights, and I want red glowing lights. I want him to be the evil version.
Is that the new name, Scrambler?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
So scrambler as in sort of a scramble like a dirt bike, or scrambler as in like a scrambled egg.
Someone send me a link to the new files so I can print the dome when we're done streaming. I don't have the new set of files.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. We'll get that done for you. But I'm really, what I'm really glad about is that people are actually getting, seemingly getting a lot out of this, and that was the point. It's all right having a laugh and a joke, but I would like to, educate people more on how they can build stuff, and just easy things like the shine on some of these R2 domes. That is basically white PETG with silver spray paint on it, graffiti paint on it. There's nothing, I haven't undercoated them or anything like that. It's just a quality PETG printed on a quality printer, which is a CR6 SE. But the results are are astonishing. So
and you understand why Creality isn't talking to you?
No, it's because of my association with you, mate. That's what it is.
When I was younger and skinny, I used to go dancing a lot, but now I'm older and fat, so I need to lose weight.
There was a question about Rising Phoenix Bronco. He's using a Ender 5 Plus and Ender 5, right?
Ender 5 Pro, yeah.
Oh, Pro. Okay.
And they've both been upgraded with the Micro Swiss direct extruder. Did my first TPU for T3DO the tracks, and the Pro handled it with no problem. I mean, I wish the bed was bigger on it, but it has been amazing. It took me a while to get the Ender 5 Plus to go flat and get a good lay down, but it's been doing fine since. But I just love the Pro, actually. It just does an amazing job.
Yeah.
Behind the seat of my truck, because people were talking about Jerry dancing, I got 212s behind the seat of my truck, and I got a big amp. So occasionally I like to crank stuff up. Like Jam On It, a song by what's it called? Jam On It by Nucleus. If anybody's ever heard Jam On It, it's a great song to turn up really loud. It's got a lot of bass in it. So
I'm glad you didn't say.
Jerry is so hung up on me taking the mick out of his Bruno Mars. He's still going on about the music.
Anyway,
I'm just glad he didn't say "Careless Whisper" by Wham. That was,
Hey, what's wrong with Wham?
I'm just glad he didn't say it. I didn't say
Okay.
it.
So we got from 3D printing, and now we're music critics now. Okay.
Martha was asked if we can show the Michael video of the EggBot again, please. Jerry, could you whip that one out for us, please, mate?
Yep. Let's see, right?
And maybe we could throw the video in the link into the chat for that video.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that too. Let me copy and paste it. Okay, here's the one for Michael Baddeley, Mr. B. And let me share the screen.
Didn't he put up a video on Facebook where he's actually got it popping a wheelie?
Yes, he did. Yeah, I saw that earlier. It's very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, this has got the lights in it.
Yep. Yeah, so they're Neopixels. They're very, very basic sort of Arduino. So we're going to be doing some Arduino work on that. Tiny little Arduinos, and we'll just show you how to program those as we go along as well. It will get a little bit more in depth. So what we'll probably do is have the talk like we're doing now, then we'll do like a miniature sort of tech talk. So we'll do a pre-record video, and then we'll be putting those together and soldering them up and all that kind of stuff as well. So you can go back to that and reference that if you need to.
Do we know what the TPU? Do we know what is he using the 85 Ninja? I mean,
he's using Ninja Flex. I'm using a 95, but it's not the same as Tidu, where you needed to print it in a certain way to make that work. These are individual tracks, so this is going to be about grit, and it's going to be about sort of stability. So you can print these in PETG if you wanted to, but what you'll find is if you're on a porcelain surface, or if you're on anything other than concrete or dirt or whatever, you're going to get slippage. Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
The wheels have notches, so they grab the TPU, and because they're pinned, they don't have to be super flexible. So any TPU should work, like he's saying. But usually it's available.
There was a guy in the Facebook group talking about he's got to reprint his wheels on his R2 because it just spins on the floor. He has to redo them, and I'm like, well, I don't want to print all those links out and then go, oh, this doesn't work. My whole house is hardwood floors, so I need something that's gonna grab so I can chase the dogs.
Yeah, the TPU that I use, I got off Amazon here in the U.S. It's cheaper than NinjaFlex, called YoYu. It's 85A TPU. I wrote that on the box for my video a little bit ago, but yeah, this stuff here is real reasonable. I've got a link in the description below for them. I'm not an affiliate with the company, but it works great. And the one I had bought before that, I forget the brand name, but it was the harder one, and the tracks weren't soft enough for Tito. That's why I went with this brand here off Amazon. I'm all about price, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money. If I can pay $15-20 less and get this, it works fine.
I shared in the link. I found that those long metal rods on Amazon. They are there, but it's weird because you can order them in different sizes, different lengths. So if you search by, that 5mm by 400, it won't come up. You have to basically search for the word, aluminum or brass rod, and then you can find it. So I put it in the link there, John, for the actual page that I was able to order them from, because they sell them in, huge length, 500, 400mm length.
Okay.
Let me look at my chat. Let's see. I got those rods right here that I just ordered.
Yeah, I got two of them, 6mm by 400mm for $13.50. So I just figured, order them.
Here's the rods that I ordered also, if they're in chat on the US. And here's going to be let me show my balls. Here's my balls.
It's going to be a huge disappointment to anyone, so just brace yourself.
Copy. Yeah, okay, here's the balls I ordered off Amazon. You can probably get them off eBay also, but here's the ones. The PDF file tells you what size, and here's the ones that I ordered. They're in chat. But
there's one thing that Jerry has, is the quantity of balls.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to run, guys. One of my I run a pool service, and one of my neighbors is saying her pool is.
Yeah, we saw the hand signal.
Thank you.
You got to go. Okay. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks for getting me into this. This is
amazing. Yeah, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Good. Well, chaps, I think we're there. So same time, next week. I will say again that if I'm all of a sudden not here, then my wife might have just dropped a baby out. So I'm going to still. We've got the agreement that I'm going to probably scale down on some stuff, but I want to try and keep this going.
Well, that's what's good about this build is it's a complex build, and if we drop off a week, it could be okay. So it's not, we can skip a week or two because it is, and I think that's what would be best that could happen, because these are complex, and we're going to be putting together little shorts videos to show our progress. It's going to take time to do that because all of us, four of us have content that's going out regardless of this. This is on the side as well.
Mm-hmm. And I think that'll help with people that are trying to order things, get it delivered, or wait to purchase it when they can, that kind of thing, and get back to building.
If we come back next Friday at 4:00, would you like to come in when we come in and be on the screen with us for the duration of the stream, or do you just want to pop in randomly? because you never know your schedule. I don't know what your schedule is.
He's trying to invite you to the Builders Club, Jason.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
There's nobody better. Nobody better said they would do it. Really?
That's what I thought.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm off every Thursday, Friday anyway. So, yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. We have a multi-chat on a Facebook. We can throw you in that, and then we all communicate amongst each other about different things, and we can discuss things.
It's really naughty, Jason. It gets. I'm telling you, these guys, they're not. You know, I mean, it gets pretty rude.
I'll put my big boy skirt on.
Yeah.
Jason, you're on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I got the Tito for that.
Are you on Facebook, Jason?
Yes and no, but yes, I can be. I can't be for you, Jerry. Just for you.
All right.
Oh, beautiful.
I will be.
Well, message me on Facebook or let me know your name. I'll friend you, and then I'll throw you in the chat with all of us.
Okay. You said earlier your email address is on your Facebook page or your YouTube page?
And I can repost it right here. It's jenap1@yahoo.com.
Okay. I'll just shoot you an email, and then we can figure it out from there.
And don't forget, when he hits 2,500 subscribers, he's got a big giveaway coming up.
You know, I plan on winning.
Yeah, I need 200 more people, and then I got a lot of giveaways.
And you better have some coming to Canada.
Yeah, I'm not giving away any printers for a lot of stuff. Now, between now and then, a company might say, hey, you can give away a printer. Here, I'll do this for you. But at the moment, there's no printers, just lots of STLs, files, and different things like that, and supplies, filament, stuff like that. So, you know, you can't give away too much at 2,500 because what happens when I hit 5,000 or 10,000? You're always
got to give away a car.
So you got to pay. Yeah, you got to pace yourself. But it's fun giving stuff away, and of course, everybody loves winning because that's cool getting winning stuff.
Definitely. Okay, then, chaps. Well, we will see you next week in that case. If you've got any questions, meanwhile, please hit us up. Let us know what's going on. And, you know, we do a Twitter thing as well where we try and, you know, we want to try and keep that going a bit more, I think, especially when I keep tweeting up, what's his name, 3D Printing Nerd. He probably doesn't know why I keep tweeting at him, but it's fun anyway, right? So, Joe Telling, right? Yeah, so...
Who?
Yeah, but I didn't know who he was until Jerry was like, "Oh, that guy," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting." So
please like, subscribe, and share to everybody here. And thank you very much for joining on my channel or any of these guys' channels. Yeah. And if you guys leave a comment, you know, we'd really appreciate it. And congrats to the winners that won the 3 rolls of filament. That's awesome.
Well done, very well done. Good show. Good show.
We're streaming through Tim, so Tim, take her away.
I will. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night.
Night.